All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Channing. I work for Startup Tucson, if you haven't seen me here before. And today I'm going to tell you a bit more about Remote Tucson, which is our incentive program to get remote workers to relocate and join us here in our amazing city. So, um, Remote Tucson has been featured in the New York Times. We've gotten a lot of really amazing press for it, which is super exciting. Quick background on Startup Tucson. We are a local nonprofit dedicated to growing the region's economy through entrepreneurship and innovation. We run a variety of programs to support local entrepreneurs. While we are called Startup Tucson, we support everyone from mom and pop small businesses to people who want to grow a big tech company to creatives, food entrepreneurs, everything in between. You can check out startuptucson.com if you want to learn more about the specifics. We also offer mentoring, events, and networking. Quick plug for Startup Drinks, which is on October 21st at the Owls Club. And so Remote Tucson is an incentive program to bring remote workers here to our city. So if you are a remote worker and you live out of state, or if you live in Tucson and you have friends or family who live in another state, another city, and they're interested in relocating, we offer a variety of benefits and perks, relocation assistance, and ways to get plugged into the community so that when you land here, it's a soft landing and you know that there are a lot of people who are super excited to have you here. So you might be wondering, as a remote worker, why would I come to Tucson? Maybe you've heard of Tucson and you only hear it referenced in that Chainsmokers song. Maybe you have heard it in different movies or whatever, but Tucson is really an amazing place to live. I'm a little biased. I was born and raised here, but I did go to college out of state. I went up to Portland, Oregon for college, and I actually came back from Portland. And I feel like that says a lot because everyone thinks Portland is great. So Tucson is a really attractive place for young professionals. We have a lot of culture and community. We are one of two UNESCO designated cities of gastronomy in the US, and we were the first city to gain that designation, which recognizes us for all the culture and heritage that goes into the food, and also the quality of the food. We have multiple James Beard nominees and winners that live and work here in Tucson. Outdoor adventures, there's a lot to do outside here. I personally am an avid cyclist. I ride my bike every day. It was chilly this morning, but still rideable. And it's really nice that we can comfortably ride year round here. There's no snow really or anything to deal with, which is great in the winter. There's also mountain biking on the mountains. We're surrounded by 4 mountain ranges with a bunch of hiking and camping and all the things. And the cost of living here is a lot lower than some of the bigger cities. So if you're joining us from San Francisco or New York City or Chicago, we actually have a really more appealing cost of living here. Your dollar goes a bit further. The picture on this slide is actually from our launch party a couple of weeks ago. It was a beautiful evening. It was like 75 degrees, a little bit of cloud cover. And it was just great to have everyone come and hang out outside, some really good food. So why Tucson? Because Tucson's great, honestly. And I could tell you about it forever and ever. If you want to email me, I'll give you a whole list of reasons. So to tell you a little bit more about the pilot cohort, we ran this program last year for the first time. It was our pilot run. And we got like 600 applications and narrowed it down to these 10 most lovely, amazing people. We have a mix of families, a mix of single people, a mix of ages. They all have different hobbies and interests. And they are employed at places like Apple and Reddit and Facebook. And so they were coming from like San Francisco. We had a couple of people from New York. We had someone from Michigan, from all over the place. And they have all just been wonderful assets to our community. And it's been really fun getting to know them. We had one participant who brought a bunch of iPads for local schools. Everyone has been really interested in getting involved in the community through volunteer opportunities. They've come out to some of our networking events, and it's just been really fun to reintroduce them to Tucson if they've lived here before, or introduce them to a brand new city. So now you're probably wondering, well, 10 people moved here, why would they do that? And part of it is because we do offer some really awesome benefits, perks, and community opportunities. So I'm going to go through all these benefits in some detail so you really get the lay of the land. We are offering relocation funds, $1,000 cash, thanks to our many sponsors, which I will mention at the end. We're really excited to be partnering with Airbnb for this round. So if you're selected for Remote Tucson, you will receive $1,000 in Airbnb credits, which you can use on their platform. You could use that to come visit Tucson and kind of look into the housing before you get here. You could use it to invite your friends and family to come visit you, or you could use it to explore the city and the state. You could go out and you could stay in any one of our surrounding areas. If you go south, there are a bunch of vineyards, which have delicious wine, and it's just gorgeous country. If you go up to Flagstaff, there's really good climbing, there's really good cycling, all the hiking and things. We're also really excited to have Faith Hospitality give you 3 hotel nights. They just finished this hotel. We went and toured it a couple months ago. It is gorgeous. It incorporates some of the really awesome Tucson things, has a beautiful view of the old Diocese Church. And the people who work there are just absolutely lovely. So that's a really awesome thing that we're able to offer. Our co-working sampler pack is really fun. Tucson has a lot of really neat co-working spaces that are all kind of slightly different in their own ways. So we're really excited to partner with La Suprema Works and Events, the Post Workspaces, which is further north, Common Workspace, which is actually just down the block from us. And we really enjoy working with them and seeing them around. And then the L offices, which is just on the other side of the block from us. And that place is super cool because they have like a gym. They have one of those indoor golf range things. They have wellness offices for people who are like chiropractors or massage therapists or whatever, and they can drop in. So then if you're co-working at the L, you can go get a massage while you're there. So that seems pretty cool to me. And each of them are offering slightly different packages. You might get to test a resident desk for a week. You might get a hopper pass for 4 months. Kind of depends on the space, and you'll get more information about that upon selection. We're super grateful to have partnered with Cox, and they offer a year of free gig internet upon arrival. And then partner career support through Talent Store. Maybe you work remotely, but your partner or a family member doesn't. Talent Store is here to get them plugged in with a great job here in the community. We love the people who work there, and they are really excited to really get to know you and your partner and kind of what they might need. We're also grateful to some of our housing partners. Nova Home Loans is offering a closing discount on the costs of closing a purchase of a house. And then Tierra Antigua Realty and Realty One Group are each offering either a home inspection or a home warranty with a home purchase. So we're really grateful to them. So that's more of like the nitty gritty, like, yeah, you're coming, you want to get plugged in, just land on your feet. Then we have some more exciting perks, which include a gift card to the Downtown Tucson Partnership, which is a group of almost, I want to say at least 50 businesses in the downtown area, and you can present this gift card to them and they'll take it. And it's just one way that Tucson is really a strong and awesome community. They've all grouped together and said that like you can work through this organization to spend money there, which we love. Visit Tucson is offering a Tucson Attractions Passport, which has almost $600 worth of savings at a bunch of local attractions in and around Tucson. Pedigo Electric Bikes is offering a day of free rentals. So you can go take this voucher to them and then you can just get a bike and ride it around for a day. And Tucson, as I may have mentioned once or twice, is great for cycling. And Pedigo is located right on the Riguito Loop, which is kind of a river walk that connects the entire city. It's like 100 total miles, and it's a great way to get around. We're also excited to be working with Local First Arizona, and they have an online marketplace that hosts a bunch of local businesses. And so you can spend a gift card there and kind of learn more about what's available. And then the Arizona Sands Club is a co-working space and event space that is literally in the stadium at the university. We got to go there a couple of months ago and check it out. And you're on the 5th floor, you're looking over the U of A stadium, you're looking out at the mountains. It's absolutely gorgeous. And they would love to meet you and tell you more about what it looks like to be a member there. You'll get a free meal and just get to hang out with some super awesome people. So we're really excited to work with them. And then kind of what I think is maybe the most fun part is all of the different community aspects that we have for Remote Tucson. So one thing that you may have noticed is if you've heard of Tulsa Remote or some of the other remote work incentive programs, they really emphasize the cash incentive. And because Tucson is such a community-oriented city, we decided that we would emphasize less of the cash and more of getting you actually involved and getting you meeting the people and the businesses that make Tucson what it is. So for the community side, we have a welcome committee. We're super excited to work with Tucson young professionals, and they pool their members to apply. And if you're selected, you get paired with a welcome ambassador who's your buddy. They're your boots on the ground. They're the people who are really going to help you pick your favorite restaurant. And we're really intentional about choosing pairings based off of mutual interests and that sort of thing. And then also with TYP, you get a starter membership. So you get 6 months of a free membership, and that's really exciting. We just went to Ignite 520, which is their annual Young Professionals Conference, like 3 weeks ago, and it was super fun, really great speakers, and just great to connect with all the other young professionals in the area. This year, we're really excited to work with Startup Unidos to offer a border business day trip. And so they are going to bring in a guide, a bilingual guide who will take you to the Ambos Nogales border, and you can learn more about the Borderlands region, because a big part of what shapes Tucson's culture is our proximity to the border with Mexico. And we're really proud of that part of our culture and our heritage. And we're really excited that Startup Unidos is helping us introduce you to more of that. Arizona Arts Live is giving you 2 season tickets to their experiences. They have all sorts of amazing performances. That's really exciting. The U of A Flandreau Science Center and Planetarium is giving a few passes, and you can go. They do these laser shows, and right now they have like a bug themed laser show, which may not sound that cool, but I took invertebrate zoology in college, and Arizona has a lot of cool invertebrates, so I think that insect exhibit is probably totally awesome. But if insects aren't your jam, they also had sharks like over the summer, and they also have Kanisha. They also have like the planetarium side. And because Tucson is like a international destination for stargazing and for studying astronomy, that would be a really special experience. We actually have light pollution laws that are pretty strict here because there's so many planetariums in this area. So even if you go to the Flandreau Planetarium and you're like, well, this is awesome, how can I learn more? You can go out to Kitt Peak. You can go to the observatory up on Mount Lemmon. There are a bunch of ways to see really cool stars. Tucson Trolley Tours is partnering with us now, and they want to take you from tourist to trailblazers so that you can learn all your favorite local haunts. And this one is going to be super fun because you and all of your co-participants are going to do this tour together. So you're all going to be on the trolley together, and it'll be a great way to meet the other people who relocated and also just learn more about the city. And then maybe my favorite perk that we get to offer this year is the rodeo. So the Tucson Rodeo has been around for almost 100 years. Yeah, thank you, John. Sorry, Mount Lemmon is just northeast of us. It's a sky island. You go up 7,000 feet in like 26 miles. You go through a bunch of different biomes. It's really special. It's super cool. It's like a global destination for biodiversity. Super amazing. Back to the rodeo. So the rodeo is just a super big deal here in Tucson. It's a big part of our heritage, a big part of our culture. And people come from all over the country to ride and show here. And there's a big parade. And also, like, who doesn't want to go to the rodeo? I just think it would be so fun. So now that I've told you all of the amazing things that you get if you're selected for this program, don't you want to apply? I mean, I would, but I already live here and I am running this program. So if you want to apply, you can go to remotetucson.com, and it's right at the top. You just hit apply now. It takes you over to the application. It's a little bit intense, but that's because we really want to get to know you. We want to know what drives you, what makes you tick, and why do you want to come to Tucson? I just gave you so many great reasons. So hopefully you were taking notes and you can put those in your application. Or maybe you have friends and family here and you want to be closer to them. That's great. Maybe you visited here like a few years ago and you saw the saguaros and you were like, those are weird looking trees. I want to be around these more. That's how I feel. So yeah, you can head over to remotetucson.com. The application is linked in like 3 or 4 different places, even just on this window that you get onto. Quick notes about candidate eligibility. If you live in Arizona, you aren't eligible. But if you can move to Tucson within 6 months of being accepted, you're a full-time remote employee, or you're self-employed outside of Tucson, Pima County, and the state of Arizona, you're at least 18 years old, and you're eligible to work in the United States, we would love to see your application come in. 15 candidates will be selected for this round of the program. We are expanding it a little bit from last year. We only accepted 10. This year we're accepting 15 because we wanted to bring in a slightly higher number, but we also recognize that because we emphasize community so much, we want to make sure that the number of people being brought here is small enough that you all can find community within and among yourselves. So we don't want to bring in a cohort of like 100 people because it's harder to really connect one-to-one on that basis. And so for the timeline, applications officially opened October 1st, so almost 2 weeks ago. Applications will close on Halloween, October 31st. The month of November, we'll be working closely with our advisory committee to review the applications. We'll contact probably about 40 people as semifinalists in early December to do interviews. And then in late December, probably just before Christmas, we will notify finalists and you will get to accept our offer. And then spring 2022, you move here and come meet us and come hang out in one of the coolest cities on earth. Yeah, Dylan, that's what I love to hear. It is an amazing opportunity, and we can't wait to see your application and learn more about you. And even if you do apply and you aren't accepted, or you don't think you want to apply, but you still want to move to Tucson, or you want to come visit Tucson before you decide to apply, let us know. Shoot me an email. My email is channing@startuptucson.com. Super easy. I would love to hear from you, get to know you, and let you know how we can support you. If you end up moving to Tucson outside of the program, Tucson Young Professionals is offering the Welcome Ambassadors and the soft landing services, even outside of the program. And so we would love to get you plugged in and kind of get to know you. Oh, Dylan, that's great. That's awesome. I'm so glad you're excited. I'm also very excited, if you can't tell by the smile on my face. I love this program. I love Tucson. We also have amazing donuts, which seems a little off topic, but now I'm just thinking about all the reasons that I love living here. And now I really want a donut, among other amazing food. UNESCO City of Gastronomy. It's pretty special. So, of course, I would be remiss not to thank all of our amazing sponsors and partners. Each one of the logos and companies represented on the screen has contributed a whole lot that has made this whole program possible. And we're so, so grateful to them for working with us and helping us get Tucson out and about and get people excited about it. Yeah, so if anyone has any questions, drop them in the chat. I would be stoked to answer them. If you're watching this after the fact and you have questions, shoot me an email. There we go. My email is in this comment right here. And I would love to hear from you. So thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope to see your application. I hope to learn more about you. And I really hope you're as excited about Tucson as I am. All right. Have a lovely afternoon.